Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys had an amazing week, and what better way to start off the weekend with some budget-friendly home decor DIYs, right? So let's just get started here. I have these Dollar Tree bells that I thought had a pretty nice pattern on them, and they are not my taste, so all I'm going to be doing for the first step is removing the little embellishments that it has at the top, and then I'm going to be giving it a coat of spray paint with this Rust-Oleum type of off-white color, and let that dry really well. Now that they are completely dry, I am going to be using this stick that you see here as the hanger for them. So I'm going to be hanging them down from this stick, but I'm going to make them different lengths, so one is longer than the other, and I was just kind of lining it up there. But for the next step, I am going to take this rope from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to wrap this rope all the way around each of the handles for the bells, just to give it more of a decorative look and more of a farmhouse, I guess, look. And just add some hot glue at the beginning and start wrapping it all the way around, and then just add hot glue to the end to finish it off. Now that I have my bell handles completely wrapped, I am going to be taking some of this Dollar Tree ribbon, and I decided to go with blue, but you can also go with this white one here that also goes perfect with this DIY. But I decided to go with blue because my tree is decorated in blue this year. So I'm going with blue, and it also gives it a nice pop of color, which I like. So I'm just putting it through the handle there, and then I'm going to cut it off at the length that I like. And then I'm just going to hot glue the tips of each ribbon together to hold it, to be able to hang it onto the stick. And now you can literally just slide the bells onto the stick, and then I'm just going to repeat the same step for the second bell. So I added some little snowflakes as you saw there, and now I'm taking this Dollar General pick, and I'm just going to clip off a little piece of stem, and then I'm going to take some jute string and just wrapping that around the end of the stem and that's gonna allow us to hang it down from the stick, because I don't want to hot glue it directly onto the stick. I want it to hang. So I'm going to do that, and then that will be the final step, and then we can hang our bells. So I decided that the bells needed just something a little more, so I'm making 2 bows out of the jute string, and I'm just gonna hot glue that down to each of the bells, and that will be it. So I will show you the final product. Alright guys, so for this next DIY, I am going to be using 2 of Dollar Tree's candles and 2 of their coffee mugs. One of them says Let It Snow and the other one says Merry and Bright. And what I'm going to be doing is DIYing my own little gift candles. And to start off, we just have to melt down our candles that we bought at Dollar Tree. And I have my heat at medium, but then I ended up putting it up to high because it was taking long to melt. So just boil it at high heat until it melts completely down. And then once our candles are melted, we will have to take the wicks that came out from the same candle and then just hot glue them down to the bottom of the mugs. And then we can pour in our candles and let them completely dry. I recommend drying them overnight so they are completely hardened. Once the candles are completely hard, we can then remove the straws and then trim down our wicks. And you can see that I did add extract. I used peppermint for one and lemon for the other, just to give it some scent to the candles. And the last step, I'm going to be just making a bowl for each of the mugs and tying that down to the handle of the mug, just to give it a more festive look, as I said, because I am going to be gifting these. So I will not light them either. I would love to light them to show you guys how they look lit up, but you can see just how beautiful they are as is. So let's add the bowls, and that will be it. Alright guys, so for the third and final DIY for today, I have this 9x6 inch board here that I found in my basement and that I actually had to take 2 spiders off of. I just went down to my basement and I found it, so I thought, hey, this would be the perfect size for this basket that I've been wanting to DIY with. And so the first step I'm going to do is just paint the board in this mineral color chalk paint and let it dry. Now that our board is dry, I have this pack of wood shapes from Dollar Tree, and I was super excited to find this. I have been looking for it for a while and finally found it. So I'm going to be taking the pieces that I can use for this piece. I want to make like a barn door type of look, so I'm going to take the jumbo popsicle sticks and I'm going to use those for the doors, and then just hot gluing those down. Once I have the pieces that I need, I am going to take a pen and mark down so that I can cut off the round edges of each of the popsicle sticks, and then I will hot glue them down. Then I will take the pen again and also mark down at an angle on the popsicle stick so that it fits nice and snug into the middle of the doors, creating that X kind of effect of the barn doors. So just cut it at an angle and it'll fit in there nice and neat. Now that we have our doors on, I am going to be taking some black paint and I am going to be distressing the doors a bit. So just dry brushing it on top of the doors, and honestly you can use whatever color you'd like, and if you didn't want to distress it, you can completely paint it if you'd like. That would look good too, but I wanted it to have sort of a dirty barn door look, so this is what I am doing. So now I have this long basket that I got from Dollar Tree, and I just spray painted it with black spray paint, and it was originally white. All I'm going to be doing is hot gluing that down to the bottom, and then I'm just going to be adding some greenery down into it, and you can definitely add whatever you'd like, or I mean anything really can go in it, but I'll just be adding some greenery as a nice piece for my bathroom, and that will be it. So I actually forgot I did this part. I took some more of the wood pieces, and these are little rectangles, and I'm going to cut them down to size to be the hinges of the doors, because you can't have doors without hinges. So I cut them down to size, and then I hot glue them down to each side of the doors. Then last step, I promise, I took this popsicle stick to give me a straight edge, and then I just took a pen to go right down, and that will give the illusion of closed doors rather than it just being flushed all together. So I wanted it to look more like doors, so I thought about drawing a line right down the center. And if you have made it this far, I thank you so much. I really do appreciate you all who watch my videos and give me support. Thank you so much. I love you guys, and if you have not subscribed yet already, please do so. I would love for you to be a part of the family. And yeah, you guys, this is the final product of the little basket sign, or whatever you want to call it, but it's absolutely beautiful and I love the way it came out.